This is chapter 8G on dividing into decimal numbers. In this chapter, you'll learn how to write a remainder as a fraction, how to write a remainder as a decimal, and how to divide into a decimal number. So at this time, everyone will have their own way of dividing, whether it's to do it the standard North American way, or to do it the French way, or some other way. The way I'll be demonstrating how to do these will be a standard long division way that you might see in North America. So, skill 1 on writing remainders as fractions. Now, if I do number 1 the way that you're used to probably doing it in primary, 5 into 54, well, 5 goes into 5 one time. So 5 times 1 makes 5. Subtract, I get 0, and then I bring the 4 down next to it. Now 5 goes into 4 no times, so I put a 0. 5 times 0 makes 0, and I subtract, and well, here I have a 4 remainder. And typically what you would do in primary is you write R4 to indicate that 5 goes into 54 10 times, and you'll have 4 left over. That's what division is, to see how many times something fits into a group. Now, because we are no longer in primary, what we're going to do is transform that remainder into a fraction. So all you have to do is write down what you have as a remainder as a numerator, and then write down what you divided by as a denominator. So the answer of 54 divided by 5 is 10 and 4/5. 10 wholes and 4/5. So using this method or a similar method, solve B and C. Pause. Okay, so let's work these out. 67 divided by 4, and if you notice, I give myself plenty of space to write everything. 4 goes into 6 one time, so I subtract. I have 2 left over, and I bring the 7 down. 4 goes into 27 6 times. 4 times 6 makes 24. I subtract. I have 3 left over. So rather than rewriting R3, I have 3 left over out of 4, which is what I divided by. So the answer is 16 and 3/4. The last one, 112 divided by 11. 11 goes into 1 no time. So let's move over until I can do something. 11 goes into 11 one time. So 11 minus 11 is 0. Bring the 2 down. 11 does not go into, it goes into 2 0 times. So 11 times 0 is 0. Subtract, I have 2 left over. So my remainder is 2 out of 11. So my final answer is 10 and 2/11. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the same, use the same problems to show you how to convert these into decimals. Now, we want to divide and write our remainders as a decimal to 2 decimal places, if it's possible. So using the first one as an example, 54 divided by 5. Now, 5 goes into 5 one time. I subtract. Bring down the 4. It goes into it 0 times 0. I have 4 left over. Okay, so this is what you do. Because I want 2 decimal places, I want to add 3 zeros. So I'm going to add a decimal and make sure I bring it straight up so I know where I started adding zeros. Add 3 zeros because you need 3 decimal places to round it to 2 decimal places. And let's continue our math like normal. Bring the 0 down. 5 goes into 40. Well, it goes into it 8 times. And actually, this works out perfectly because there's no remainders left over. So do I need those last 2 zeros? Actually, not really. So the answer in this case is going to be 10.8. Now, because I do want 2 decimal places though, just simply add a 0 behind the 8 so you have 2 numbers behind the decimal. Okay, if you don't have something there, you don't have to, if you have something there, you don't have to add the 0. So at this time, can you pause and try to do the rest? So 67 divided by 4 goes into 1. I subtract, I have 2 leftovers. Bring the 7 down, goes into it 6 times. I have 3 left over. Add your decimal and add your 3 zeros. Spread out the work. Bring the 0 down and divide like normal. Remember to bring your decimal straight up so you know where the zeros start. 4 goes into 30 7 times. I subtract, and I get 2 left over. Bring the next 0 down and continue dividing like normal. 5. And you know what? Luckily enough, this works out perfectly. There's no remainders. I don't need this last 0. So the answer for B is 16.75. Now on the last one, 112 divided by 11 goes into it once. 11 subtract, bring the 2 down, goes into it no times, so we have 2 left over. Add your decimals, add your 3 zeros, spread it out. Bring the 0 down. How many times does 11 go to 20? It goes into it 1 time. Oops. So you subtract 11 because 1 times 11 makes 11, and you have 9 left over. Bring the next 0 down. 11 goes into 90 8 times. So 88, and you subtract and bring the next 0 down. 11 goes into 20 1 time. And it looks like this one is going to keep happening. But you know what? After 3 decimals, you just stop. Now I want to round this to 2 decimal places. So if I have 10.181 and I want 2 decimal places, that means this 1 tells the 8 to stay. So this answer should be 10.18 when you round it off. Now in this last slide, it's the same idea, but the decimal is already there for you. All you have to do is divide and add zeros as needed till you get 2 decimal places. So in the first problem, if I have 4.4 divided by 5, since I need 2 decimal places, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more zeros to this because you always need 3 numbers behind the decimal so you can round it off perfectly to 2 decimal places. 5 goes into 4 no times. Subtract 4. Bring the 4 down. Now that decimal, remember, bring it straight up so we know that this is where the decimal starts. 5 goes into 40 8 times. Subtract, you get 4 left over. Bring the 0 down. 5 goes into 40 8 times. 40, and guess what? There's no leftovers. I don't need that last 0. So the answer for the first problem is 0.88. So at this time, pause and do the next 2. 1.67 divided by 3. Add 1 extra 0 in case we need it. 3 goes into 0 no times. Subtract, you get 1 left over. Bring the decimal straight up. Remember to never ignore that. Bring the 6 straight down. 3 goes into 16 5 times. Subtract, I have 1 left over. Bring the 7 down. 3 goes into 17 5 times. 15. Subtract, I have 2 left over. We need that last 0. 3 goes into 20 6 times. And 18, and basically it's going to keep going. So we have the decimal 0.556, but we need only 2 decimal places. So that 6 causes that 5 to go up. So your answer is 0.56. Finally, 41.2 divided by 7. Add 2 more zeros to help you round it off to 2 decimal places, and let's divide. 7 goes into 4 no times. Let's keep going. 7 goes into 41 5 times. So subtract 35 because 7 times 5 makes 35. And you should end up with 6. Bring your decimal straight up. Bring your 2 straight down. 7 goes into 62 8 times. 56. And so if we subtract, we get a 6. Bring the 6 down. 7 goes into 60 again 8 times. 56 minus, and you have a 4. Bring down the 0. 7 goes into 40 5 times. Well, and so 40 minus 35, you'll end up with 5 left over. But you know what? We actually don't need the numbers anymore. So we have this answer of 5.885, but we want 2 decimal places. So this 5 forces the 8 to go up. So our answer should be 5.89. So that's it.